Wasabi forever. Stand for something. We appreciate the blessing, bro. Let's go.
Ain't trying to bite it, we create it, then we ride it. We know our wave is seismic and you really can't deny it. We just keep on soaring higher, you would swear it's autopilot. Then you realize tone and shift and made a living off of glide. We are the wave and it's bigger than the moment. It's a movement that's progressing like the truck stick on opponents. It's time to stake our claim, it's time to bring the pain. We're battle tested, now it's time to show it ain't a game. It's time to make a lane, a different vibe, another wave. We're known for killing, shoot, even help them pick their graves. We're breaking free and chains and running towards the day. Like the victories in plain sight, we're taking flight to reach heights. These boys is tired of waiting, tired of playing, time to go. This vibe's been percolating, gaining steam to explode. Building anticipation, maybe time to reload. We paid our dues, now we're coming back to repo. We kicking doors, we ain't got no time for peepholes. We keep evolving for our family and our peoples. Ain't playing fair in this game, we just some cheat codes. We are the wave and our hurricanes on beast mode.
Welcome to Waves of the Bay. With DJ Spaceship and Joker Phone.
Hey, what's going on, world? It's your boy Tone Capone, holding it down Tampa, Florida, Waves of the Bay. Shout out DJ Spaceship, my partner in crime. Welcome to the podcast. It's the Waves of the Bay podcast, episode 12. And we got the homie Smurf on the track rocking with us, man. I'm so excited. I haven't seen you in a minute, and I know you got a bunch to talk about. So this is going to be a good interview right here. It's going to be very entertaining. And, you know, just off top, let me thank you for taking time out to speak with me tonight on episode 12 of the Waves of the Bay podcast. So, world, please welcome Smurf on the track. The crowd goes crazy. But nah, Smurf, how you been, man?
I've been blessed, man. Been doing real good. You know, just stay maintaining, making beats, and just being in the studio a lot.
So for anybody that's not familiar with you, explain who you are in the music industry to them.
I'm Smurf on the track. I'm a producer / engineer from St. Petersburg, Florida. I've been making beats since like 2014. I think like before my first beat battle was like in 2014. And then after I started doing the beat battle, it was like you and then the one with Hoffa. Just when they started taking off from there.
That's what it is, man. So I guess like coming up, like starting in 2014, like is that when you actually just took it serious, or did you actually start producing before then?
Nah, that's when I started taking it serious.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So what made you actually get into it anyways, like as far as just getting into producing, period?
Well, because my granddaddy was a DJ back in the days for I forgot the one radio station back in the days, but
oh yeah,
he used to be a DJ there, and being around him and stuff like that, listening to music all the time, and I was like, oh, I want to make music and stuff. So that's what made me really start to get into it.
Nice. Now, as a producer, you have a completely different view of the music industry than what an artist would. So. With that in mind, I want to know, did you start off as an artist first, or did you actually start off as a producer first?
I tried to rap back in the days, but I sounded so bad and horrible. I was like, nah, I'll make beats.
What was your stage name? Was you still going by Smurf?
Well, no, back in the days I used to go by Iceman.
All right, break it down for me. Where did Iceman come from?
Because I was like the coolest one out of everybody and stuff. So they used to be like, man, you just cold as ice. So started to call myself Iceman.
Dope. So where did Smurf come from, man? When did you make that transition?
Smurf has been my nickname since I was born. Like I've always had Smurfs since I was born. My mom's got that whole story about that, but yeah, that's been the nickname. So I started to be like, I might as well just keep the nickname I always had. So started going by Smurf on the track.
Dope, dope, dope. So I've had you in a few of my beat battles.
Yeah,
I've
yeah.
seen you have a lot of placements when it comes to production. I want to know, as a producer, can you explain your sound to anybody out there that needs to know how Smurf on the track is done?
My sound is I try to be out of the box. I don't try to be like every other regular producer where you be like, oh, I know that sound, I know that sound. I try to be different just so I can lay my own lane for like being that different producer.
Nice, nice. Now, do you have like a particular genre that you feel like you're like an expert in, or like you specialize in?
Right now, it's been like those raw wave type beats, those ones that make you like want to spit your heart out on a track. I've been making a
I
lot of
got
those
you.
lately.
I got
That's
you.
been
All
like my
right,
main
bet.
lane.
And you've been working lately too, man. So shout out to you, man. I'm excited to do this
Appreciate it.
interview. You got a lot of stuff to get out there, which, I don't think I've seen you do an interview in a while, if any.
No, it's
You
been a
know what I'm
minute.
saying? So it's good to actually, have you speaking your mind out here for the public. So, I guess, man, I don't even know where to go with this one, man. Like, let's talk
I
about
know.
St. Pete. There's
Huh?
so much to talk about. Let's talk about St. Pete. So, as a producer, I know you see, and an engineer, I know you see a lot of artists come through. Can you give me
Yeah.
some artists that we need to be checking for out of St. Pete? Like, who's on the cusp? Who's coming up right now?
Uh, there's so many of them though. It's hard to like just pinpoint like which artist because
You ain't got to
it's
rank them or nothing. Just throw me some names, man. I need to know who I need to be checking for here.
you got Kimberly Ann. She's she's starting to bring some heat. You got I forgot his one name. Trying to think of the other one, but there's like a couple of them that I like work with, and I know they like really good too. Oh, ABR, Alex Burnright,
So,
yeah, and I think it's some other ones. It'll come to me.
okay. All right. Well, I haven't heard of Kimberly Ann, so off top, that's one name right there that I'm gonna take a look at and see what's going on with that. Is she hip hop? Is she R&B or what?
She hip hop.
Okay. All right, I'll definitely take a look, man. I'll see what's going on with that, man. And we have Smurf on the track here, one of the producers out of Tampa Bay, Waves of the Bay podcast, episode 12. This guy's done a whole bunch of beat battles for us, man. He's been shoot, you haven't judged yet, but you was about to be a judge the
Nope.
last time, right?
Yes,
Yeah, that's what
definitely.
it was, man. So tell me about that transition, like from being on the actual competing side to being a judge for it. Even though we didn't get to go through with that event, like tell me how you would approach being a judge for a beat battle.
Me being a judge, I would have critiqued it the same way like everybody critique their minds. Just give their honest opinion and listen to like the originality of the beats. Like, if do they really have really good transitions? And that mix is very important.
That's
That's why I
everything.
lost. That's
That's
why I lost so
everything.
many. That mix.
So you're usually the person to take something back, some type of constructive criticism, and find something to work on. So from the beat battles that we've done together, like what's something that you've used to apply to your game?
My main two things I did was like work on my transitions, and then like my mix game has gotten to a whole nother level. Like,
Yeah,
I got probably some of the cleanest mixes out there.
that's dope right there, man. That's what's up, man. I love to hear it, and I tell you this all the time, man. I like to hear people that are able to, take something away. Like we actually have a purpose behind our events. You know what I'm saying? It's not just trying to
Exactly.
get people in the doors or whatever the case. Like there is a bigger picture behind it. So I love to see people be able to grab something from it and take it and use it and run with it. So that's dope right there, man.
Yeah, I appreciate that because them beat battles definitely help, and it
I
opened a
miss
lot
I
of
miss
doors.
them beat battles. I'll tell you that right
I
now,
do
man.
too.
Like everybody's like, Tone, when you gonna throw another event? I'm really like my nose in the air. Like I really can care less about throwing an event. But the last event we was trying to throw was a beat battle because we already knew that thing was about to be popping.
Oh yeah,
So
it would have definitely went off too.
yeah, if I get another one in there, it's gonna be a beat battle. So I'll let you know. We'll have you judging on that one, man. What's something that you would tell to a producer that's coming up right now that nobody told you?
I would basically say work hard at what you're doing. Like when people tell you about your beats and stuff, don't get hard on yourself about it. Like really take it and take that to the next level and really learn the business side of it. Because
Mm.
once I started really getting into this, the whole business side, I was like, Jesus Christ, like it's a lot to this.
It's a whole bunch to it, man. I want you to elaborate on that, man. Tell me something about the business side that you didn't know. Because there's so much about it. Like, and I feel like in the music industry in particular, there's sharks everywhere waiting to eat on people that do not know the
Yes,
business side of music.
learning paperwork, having yourself registered with like BMI, ASCAP, or CSAC, doing like your mechanical license, so like you could get paid royalties between like your not just the streaming, but through the other sides too. Like let's say when
Hmm.
you playing a song, you get paid for that, and just all these different ways is like collecting your income from music. And yeah, that like and then always like make sure you got a lawyer on hand, cause man, oh man, it's there's sharks out there. You got to learn how to read this.
People always tell you that you need to read a full contract, and everybody always try to skip over
Exactly.
some part of the contract until it's time to do something that contractually related, and then you realize you fucked yourself because you ain't read that shit, man. Like the music
And
game is so fucking grimy, it is
it
ridiculous,
is,
yo.
but it's shark water, and you got to be a shark out there in that water. Because if
Hmm.
you not, you gonna get eaten up. Because
Easily.
they don't give a damn. They don't.
Easily, man. And I see it all the time, man. People talking about they're going to move. You know, this is Tampa Bay. We holding it down. We representing Tampa Bay, of course, Waves of the
Mhm.
Bay. But we have a lot of people that's talking about they want to move to Atlanta or whatever the case may be because there's more opportunity out there. And there is more opportunity out there. I'll give them
There is
that.
a lot,
But if you're
but
not connected, if you don't know anybody out there, all
that
you are
part,
is just a dollar sign, man. Like, and they're going to get you. You know, like, it's a hustle.
networking is really important. It's very important
Definitely.
to network. That's why like
Definitely.
a lot of the speed battles and stuff like that. Even like let's say when H was having that the festival loud on the
Hmm.
seventh, just
Hmm.
being out there networking, it builds a lot of relationships that'll help you through your game.
Definitely, definitely. And especially with you being a producer, like you're always looking for artists to work with and link up with and,
Oh
try to
yeah,
craft their sound. So it's definite that y'all need to link up like that. So I'm glad to hear
hmm
stuff like that happen. I wish there was more things happening to link producers with artists, but I also feel like that's the artist's job at the same time. Like if you're chasing a music career, then you need to, you got to cover all your bases, right?
exactly. Well, the one dope thing, like when Bricks and Jay Wiz had that one that on the Loud on the Seventh, they had that one
Hmm.
event where you just put a producer with a
With the
artist and you got to make
artist,
a song on the spot.
yeah.
That really tested you to see like where your craft is at.
Yeah, that sounds dope right there, man. Just so
It was a real dope event though.
it
It
had to
was.
be. It had to be. Didn't Michael Joe win that?
Me and Michael Joe won.
Yeah, 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 man. That's what's up. Talk to me about Michael Joe May, yo. Like
Oh man,
I love to hear people giving flowers. Talk to me about Michael Joe.
that man is so talented. It's not even funny. Like he's good at not just rapping, but he can sing too. So he's very versatile. And like working with him, I was like, man, this is like a dynamic duo. We could really do some damage here with how he be making songs. He's really
Nice.
good.
Now, do y'all have a project in the works or what?
Yeah, we do have a project in the works. It's the
Okay,
same project that we won the whole competition with.
okay, okay. All right, well, I'm ready to hear that. Whenever it drops, I need the radio edit sent over to me ASAP. And the same with all the artists
Definitely.
you end up recording out there. I know you got plenty of artists coming through. If they got some heat, man, I need those radio edits to put on air, man. Uh, we just had episode 122
I
last
know.
Saturday, man. Like it's crazy, but we still there. You know what I'm saying? They haven't kicked us out the building yet or nothing. Like during the whole Rona, we've managed to persevere through the COVID and all that shit, man. But for real, like send the
So,
music over. Artists out here, anybody listening to me right now, we do have the FM radio show. But the reason why we had to create the podcast platform, they don't really want us interviewing people on Saturday nights between
no.
10 and 12. They want to hear music. People want to hear music. I can dig it. You know what I'm saying? Me and Spaceship will talk all day if we had a chance to. You know what I'm
Well,
saying? But they
remember
want to hear music, and I can dig it.
when
So
you
we had
had
to
all
create
these
something.
producers in the building?
Yeah, we had to create something. I
That was
remember when we had all the. Why y'all let
crazy.
Tyvin do that to y'all, man?
You know what? That's one producer in this area that's like he's on a whole nother level when it comes to making beats. Like
I want to hear his new shit, man. I can only imagine. You
it's
know, 'cause
nasty.
my idea of Tyvin is like 2 years old right now. You know what I'm saying? So
Oh
two
yeah,
years
he's
of
he's
2 years
grown.
of Tyvin time, that shit probably impeccable.
Yeah, his sound is like way beyond what it was 2 years ago.
That's dope as fuck. I love the producers out here. Like that's one thing that like I think people take for granted. Like people don't really appreciate y'all as much as y'all
And it's a
should
lot
be.
of talented producers in the Bay
There
Area.
really
A
is,
lot.
man. Like there really is. Like I can think of at least 20 probably that's just dope as fuck. You know what
Oh,
I'm saying?
facts.
Like so it's just like pick your poison, but like I'm a fan of just like building. So like you don't need to go to Atlanta to go find a producer or LA or whatever. Like you have plenty of talent right here. Reach out to the people at home and let's try to grow something for real, man. Let me ask you this, man, because a lot of people are thinking like Tampa Bay is the next, you know, in the line of music cities and, you know, areas
Yeah,
or whatever. What do you think about that?
we could definitely, but we got to have more like foundations with each other. Like everybody like working with each other, you know, get this person to the next level, get this person to the next level. And then it'll
Hmm.
open a lot of doors for like record labels who want to be in the Bay Area and just start like wanting to work with like all these different types of artists. Because it's some talent here. It's a lot of talent, but some of them just outshined by others.
Facts right there, man. So I tell wifey this all the time, man. What is it? Hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard.
Facts. That's definitely facts. You see how I've been working,
Mic drop, like, bro, like everything right there, man. Because I've
bro.
seen it happen too much.
I have not stopped. I haven't stopped.
You damn sure have it. You damn sure have it, man. Like, tell me how the Rona has like impacted your hustle.
Man, it haven't impacted my hustle. It actually made me like sit down and like really start like concentrating on certain beats and stuff. And I've been making a lot of heat, which I'm thinking about dropping in like a beat tape soon too.
Hmm.
Call it Straight Jelly,
Mm.
because that's all I drop is nothing but jelly.
You need to do that shit, man. Take advantage of it for real. For real, man. We're
Yeah.
talking with Smurf on the track right here, producer extraordinaire, holding it down for Tampa Bay, right here on Ways of the Beta podcast. Do you have? Let me ask you a couple hypothetical questions here, man.
Yeah.
So let's talk about mainstream artists right now. Is there a mainstream placement that is like your dream placement?
There's actually two of them that I'm
Okay.
working really hard to get. Little Baby.
Okay.
I definitely want a placement with Little Baby. And I would say actually Rod Wave.
Okay.
Because
You don't know Rod Wave personally?
I know him through his family, but like personally, no.
Yeah, I'm like somebody. He got to be not too far, you know, like
No.
you know that whole 6 degree of separation shit. Like he got to be
Exactly.
within arm reach.
And probably been hanging around the whole time and ain't even know it.
Ain't even know it, man, for real. Like I remember, shit. This is a while ago actually. This is probably about 5 years ago, 4 or 5 years ago. I was fucking with rap school, working with rap school. Shout out rap school. But the second rap school that we actually did, Rod Wave was one of the people that was on, you know, the list. But I missed the day where he came through. I never got to meet him. He actually used my
Yeah.
microphone and all that shit, but I never actually got to meet him. So shout out to Rod Wave, shout out to rap school, you know,
He does a
discovering
lot for the community.
talent. early. You know what I'm saying? Like that was years ago, and then
Yeah,
all of a sudden, no boy got his deal, and it's like, damn, let's go. Now
he blew
he's
up.
next level. Now he's superstar with that shit, man.
Yeah,
My
and
my
now it's
niece
done
in my
open
niece in
doors. And,
Kansas is singing the shit
huh? Yeah, exactly.
for
When you hear
real.
people in Kansas singing Rod Wave, you're like, well, damn, it made it way over here.
All the way over there, man. They jamming like it's supposed to be there.
Exactly.
Now you know I'm from Kansas. I want to know your Kansas connection. I know you be in Wichita all the time. How is that? What's going on with that? How is that possible?
Man, I love Wichita. It's like so laid back and chill. And even their music scene is starting to blow up.
Hmm.
Like they starting to get a little nice little music scene and stuff. And I've been looking at a couple of artists and stuff from there that I definitely want to try to work with.
Yeah, I'll give you a name right now, man. XV. That was a dude.
Oh
Like
yeah.
when I was back home, like that was a dude that represented Kansas. Like he was the first one, pretty much, to get Kansas on the map. So XV. He reminds me of DeBron. I tell DeBron this all the time. Like DeBron's delivery and everything sounds like XV to
Hmm.
me. So just dope artists all around.
Yeah. That man, it's definitely some talent up there.
Yeah, I miss it, man. I miss it a lot. But I love being in Florida. I could never move back, dog. You know, people be
Really,
like, "Don't
I
ever
don't
say
mind it
never." Like
personally.
I could never move back to Kansas, yo. Like,
You'd be like, it ain't nothing to do out here.
nah, I can't find no crab claws or nothing out there. I'll be stuck. I'll be mad. I'll be cold. I'll be pale. You know what I'm saying? The winter
Oh, it
comes,
definitely
you
get
ain't got
cold
no
too.
sunshine, man. Please, be out here losing color.
Man, when it get cold up there.
What's the coldest you've been in up there?
When I was up there in January, it was like 16 degrees and it was snowing.
Hmm.
And I was like, damn. But the only reason it felt real cold because the wind was blowing. With that
Okay.
wind blowing at like 40 miles an hour.
Yeah. There ain't that many buildings to block the wind out there, so that wind
No,
definitely, yeah, that wind definitely hits a little bit different for real.
it definitely does.
All right, man. Let me get back to the hypotheticals. We talked about mainstream. I want to talk about the area, the Tampa Bay. I don't want to call them local artists by any means. I don't use local artists as a term, but
Not
I
ain't
want to
local.
know, as an artist out here looking at you as a producer, like what do they need to bring to the table in order to fuck with you?
Hard work. Like they gotta really be hungry for it. And just like ready to like just put some projects together.
Have you ever turned away an artist?
Yeah, no. I give
Okay,
everybody a chance.
okay, okay. All right, so let me do this right here. You're gonna drop a beat tape, you said. Let's say that you're gonna do a whole project with your production behind artists. I want to know, let's say 4 artists that you want to have on that project from the area.
Well, actually, it's funny. I just actually dropped a whole album with the artist a couple months ago. His name is BYG Busy, called
Okay.
Believe in the Vision. We dropped the whole album together. But if I was to do another album, I would probably say like having like Dangerous on it. Um, Scroodle Crossline,
Mm-hmm.
ABR, because we definitely need to do a song together. And definitely, man, me and J Rock Jones need to do a song together. That's been needing to happen.
That's easy. That's an easy connection right there. Why have y'all not done
Exactly.
music together?
I know.
Y'all bullshitting. That's the answer to that. J Rock Jones, Mr. Platinum. You need to link up with Smurf, man, for real. Y'all need to get on some music and create some shit, man. J Rock's that dude. Like, I'll tell you that
I
shit
know.
right now.
I love how him and Just Henry, they just so versatile.
Fucking beast mode, yo. Just Henry's one of them dudes. I tell this shit all the time. He does not need a microphone, and we could be
No.
in a crowded ass fucking venue, and he'll start singing, and I can hear him singing. Out of everything in the
Exactly.
venue, I could hear him singing without a microphone. It's crazy.
Because I remember one time during the one show, and he's performing, and I was outside. It was at the football, and I had to come back in because I was like, God damn, who's singing? And when I seen it was just Henry, I was like, dog, I need to. You need to tell me when your album coming out.
For real, man. Shout out Just Henry. So much talent, man. Like last night on the radio show, and we filmed this in advance, people. So this is actually dropping on Wednesday, April 6th, April 7th, something
Mhm.
like that, man. But
Yeah,
the last radio show that we did, actually, it was a Marvin Gaye tribute. So Spaceship was doing his thing, and then I ended up coming up with some Tampa Bay, some R&B on the tip like that. You know what I'm saying? Just trying to keep the
yeah.
vibe. And it's just like, man, like I said, pick your poison. However you want it. We got so much talent. I got a whole catalog of music from Tampa Bay right here. A whole catalog. You know what I'm saying?
And it's
That can go toe
nothing
for
but
toe
heat.
with anybody. Mainstream and
It
everything,
is.
yo. Like it's
That's definitely true.
yeah. I love being on
It's,
this side of the thing of the table because I get to see y'all working and see y'all growing too, man. So tell me,
mhm.
in 2022, how have you grown since 2020, Smurf?
How have I grown?
Mm-hmm.
Started doing more of like business side of it, like really taking projects serious and like getting into like marketing, like learning how to market myself better and reaching out to just building all these different types of relationships with certain people that can help me to get to that next level. I've been doing a lot of that. Yeah, big shout outs to like Rook done helped me a lot, Brixton Bain, and this lady Camille Barbone. She's been
Okay.
like really helping me because she got a really great foundation and she likes to see people get to that next level.
Nice. Nice. So what do you need to get to that next level?
Money. um, and besides that, you gotta have like just be willing to like learn and just there's a lot to get to that next level because it's a lot of hard work that goes in it too. Like might be some days you don't even go to sleep.
Yeah.
And you could be like, man, I'm about to lose my crib and everything, but you gotta be hungry for it.
I agree with you, man, because honestly, like I've seen a lot of people lose their hunger and you could tell like they just kind of like just fall the fuck off. Like
Yeah,
they had the momentum, they had the progress and everything, and then the hunger just disappeared, and then they just like, what happened to that boy?
and
Like
you know the reason they lose that hunger
why?
because they don't see the progression happening like right then and there.
Mm.
By the
They
not
need
not
it
seeing it
immediately.
exactly, and shit don't happen overnight.
You ain't lying about that. You ain't lying about that. Even people that think are overnight superstars, overnight celebrities, it still took them at least, let's
10
say,
years.
5 to 8
Yeah.
years easy. Like, like, come on now. Let's talk about Little Baby, man. You said that was one of the people you wanted to work with, man. How long did it take him to get to his spot?
Man, it took little baby sat in the background for a little minute, and I would say it took him like about a good 3, 4 years before he blew up.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But he had like a whole catalog before he blew up, though, too.
Very
Most
facts.
of those people who blow up, they have like already like 6, 7 albums already locked and loaded and ready.
Mm-hmm. They've been putting in that work, man. Let me ask you this, yo. Like, have you thought about putting your own record label together?
I've been asked that question a lot, and I thought about it. But I mean, so right now I'm building a mobile recording studio, working on
Okay.
where I could just go pull up and record people and stuff like that. So when I get that done, then I mean, possibility I could start a record label, maybe. So I
Mm.
won't say no to that.
I have to ask you this: who's the first artist you're gonna sign?
Ooh, definitely gonna be. It's definitely gonna be somebody from here. I don't know. Like, I don't know who I was sign.
Come on, man. Come
I
on,
have to.
man. We got Smurf's label. We got the sparkly new building. We got the new logo. We got all this stuff available right now. Who's the flagship artist that you're gonna have represent you?
It, well, see, because they could be hot now and then they'll change in the next year. So it's like it's hard to say. Because like a lot of the artists, it, it's like the ocean. Some of them they catch it, and then some of them they just don't catch it at that time. So I don't know who I would sign at this point right now.
Terrible, 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 terrible.
Man, I know what you're doing.
You hit me with the Barry Sanders sidestep, dog. You spun away from me and shit just dipped out.
Hey, that's my favorite the best.
Terrible. All right, all right, all right. Waves of the Bay podcast, episode 12. We got Smurf on the track right here, producer extraordinaire. Been talking about a little bit of the upbringing, a little bit of the come up, talking about some placements he wants to see happen. I want to know about what are you doing right now to get yourself in position to succeed.
I'm still making beats like left and right. Um, Reaching out to like all these different types of artists, like managers and assistants and stuff like that. Just trying to like network and get certain situations ready where I could just easily just get things done and move on to the next level.
If you weren't producing, what would you be doing?
Engineer, doing music.
Easy, easy. Do you play any instruments?
No. Well, I knew how to play the drums when I was younger, but I ain't picked up no drumsticks in so long.
Man, shout out to Keno, man. Rest in peace, Keno Sabi. That was the thing about him, man. Like he would go
Man,
in,
that was
he
my
would go
dog.
in and just
Keno was
redo
so
his
good.
drums on everything, like give him that natural drums and set
Uh-huh.
everything off, man. It's wild type shit, yo.
He the one who got me into like using like natural drum sounds and stuff too.
I believe it. I believe it, man. There's a bunch of dope producers in this area, and y'all all, well, for the most part, y'all all seem to link up and exchange information and do it like that,
Always.
man. You know, for the most part, I can't really remember too many producers that have not really been part of that loop, but I'm sure there are some out there. So,
Yeah.
man, let me look at my bag of questions right here. I haven't even looked at any of the questions today, man. We just been going through here, so.
We just chopping it up. That's all
That's
we
what we
doing.
do. That's what we do for real, man. So, all right, let's talk about this. I see you got the Smurf shirt on right now. Let's talk about the importance of branding and the importance of merchandise, man. I know I haven't seen you rock a Smurf shirt before, I don't believe. So, what's
No,
up?
because I was always rocking like because I had a production label, the Beat Gods. I was
hmm
rocking a lot of that stuff, and I started to be like, okay, I need to start doing my own logo. So Brixton Bang made this logo right here
Bricks
because,
is a beast, man.
and I was just like, all right, that perfectly fit me. So now, like branding is really important because like that's what people visualize your name in. When they see that, like they see your logo or they see any type of thing you have, they be like,
hmm
oh, I remember that person.
hmm
And then that's
Denzel
when
put that shit crystal clear when he's talking about blue magic. You know, every
yeah,
time they see that color, they know
uh-huh,
they know the brand. You know.
exactly.
For real though, man. But it's the
Yeah,
whole thing. Like it's an image that you have to uphold. It's you. Like shit. My name is my name. That's what I think of with Marlo
it's,
and The Wire. You know, like
yeah, exactly. Your name is important. It holds credibility to a lot of stuff. Like that's the only way you're gonna get yourself out there. You got to put
hmm
your name out there. Because
definitely. And
if
then you got to
not,
keep your name clean on top of that, man, because people be
that part,
bullshitting.
huh? Yeah, that
People
part
be
too. Yeah.
bullshitting, Doug. We got Smurf on the track right here, episode 12, Waves of the Bay, the podcast. I'm digging into my bag of questions right here. I actually want to take it back a second, man. Like, as a producer, I know you started off as an artist initially before you started, getting to the beats and things. Like, who's some of the artists that you grew up on that you were actually like influenced by?
Outkast, Most Def, Common, um, Trick Daddy.
Y'all Floridians, man.
Man, been making Poison Clan. Like, been making heat for a long time.
Y'all Floridians and Trick Daddy, I promise y'all, man. Like
Trick love the kids.
oh my gosh, yo, that's all y'all's top. That's in all y'all's top five at least, yo. Like for real.
Exactly. You gotta have Trick in your top five if you're from Florida.
I could respect it, He gives everything. He gives the perspective of Florida.
Yeah, he does.
Now when I moved down here, Ross just dropped album number 1. So for me, Rick Ross is like my Trick Daddy for y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
Ross my entire Florida experience is associated with Rick Ross.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my guy right there.
Yeah, Rick, he's been making a lot of heat for years. So it's like when Ross first came up, the Port of Miami, that started the pipeline right there for a lot of Florida trap music.
Definitely. Let me see here. Now the thing about Ross is his beat selection. So he always has an ear for, picking out the dopest beats or something that sounds completely correct for him. So
Cool
have you ever had to like steer an artist to pick a certain beat, or have you ever been surprised when they pick something you didn't like or anything like that?
That has happened to me a bunch of times where a beat that I was like, I really didn't put no effort in. I just made it really quickly just to get it over with. And and then it could be another beat that I done like put like hard work, time, dedication. I'm like, man, I love this beat. And they go pick the other beat and you like it's a slap in the face, man.
Really? That's the one y'all.
Yes. You like, damn. I thought y'all would like this other one. I made this specially for you. You up here listening like they whole catalog to get like an idea of what they want, and they pick the other beat.
How many beats do you think you have overall?
Ooh, Lord. Counting the 20 I just made this month?
Yeah.
Probably over 500, close to 1,000.
How do you think of the names for your beats?
So I started like trying to figure out names for the beats, and I was coming up with like these stupid names. So then I went on like this on the app on the phone called like Song Name Generator. So I started like trying to figure out ways to generate a name, and then I'd be like just switching things up a little. And that's done help with like naming stuff now, because before I'd be like Smurf Trap Beat 1, Smurf Trap Beat 2.
Yep. And I asked you this question because I'm thinking about Todd Chi. So I remember going over to his crib one day. He was in a session. He was cooking up, and he was naming this thing. And he called it Two in the Pink. And I'm over here. I'm over here like,
Kachi's like that though. Kachi will be
like, what the?
He'll make up some names in a minute. That's my dog right there.
Hey, that's what we're gonna call this beat. Like, okay then, shit.
The only man that can wear a Batman mask during a beat battle.
This guy, man. I promise you, yo. All right, let's talk about Five Drexler.
Oh yeah,
I know you've done a bunch of songs with Five Drexler. What is it about him?
Still got a lot more to go.
That brings out your sound. Like, what is it about the combination of y'all two that goes?
I know what type of delivery he has. He knows what type of beats I'm gonna like actually make for him. Like he has that already idea of like, all right, I know Smurf gonna make this type of beat for me, and he'll already have the lyrics like nice and solid, and then we'll just go back and touch it up and make it like even better. because most of the time, like we'll record together and we both put our minds together on like what fits this way, what fits that way. Because being a producer is it ain't all about just making the beats. You got to know how
Right.
to orchestrate a song and like construct it too.
All the way, all the way, all the way. Yeah, and a lot of people are just like beat battle producers, honestly, man. Like they're
Yeah,
stuck in, 4, 8, 12 bars or whatever, instead of actually putting a full project together and orchestrating a song, with breaks in it and all of that, you know
exactly.
what I'm saying? Like, so yeah,
Because
completely.
there be times where you got to come back and you be like, all right, now I got to make the hook a little bit longer, or I
hmm
need to make the hook shorter and make
I
the
need to
verse
change this
longer.
up a little bit. I need to do
Exactly.
something. Yeah, yeah. That's crazy you
Yeah.
say that shit, man.
Me and Five, I definitely need to get back with him because we still got that one project we got to do, King of Hearts. So we definitely need to finish that album and probably make some more stuff.
What it is, man. I seen you refer to yourself as one of the greatest producers out of Tampa Bay. Why do you feel that way?
Because when you put yourself out there to be the greatest, then you say you the greatest. But then you got to prove it though too. Plus, you hear the songs. I don't sugarcoat when I make good songs. Like I my boy Ron Burgundy used to say, as a producer, you got to treat it like you painting a picture.
hmm
Picasso, he didn't just paint just any type of picture. He painted something he knew was going to be like the perfect craft, and that's what I'd like to do. Always paint a good picture with my beats and stuff, and with the artist, making sure we both combine a really solid quality work.
How are you improving on your craft? Like, what are you doing to get better?
Um, so like getting my ears a little more solid at like different drums and like what type of snares and stuff to use and like synths and like especially if I want to use a sample, having that
hmm
perfect ear for like, all right, this is gonna be a dope sample to use and how to flip it and stuff.
That's
'Cause-
one thing I love about y'all, yo. Like when Bricks had the Friday night flip club.
oh yeah, you hear some
I,
nice
I, I I do not understand how the hell y'all can create this out of this. I'll be in awe sometimes. It's like, damn, like OP came with some beat, and I was just like, what in the like, where the hell this come from? This ain't even in that song. Like,
yeah,
it's
but
crazy how y'all find just that little part.
that, exactly, you take that little snippet and producers know how to just take that, flip it, and do all different types of ways to make it a different sound. Where you be like, "There's no way this is part of this beat," but it is.
Shit, wild to me, man. Like for real. Like I appreciate and applaud that. For the producers out there. Shout out to y'all. For
Big shout
real.
out to the Tampa Bay Production Club.
I'm telling you, what do y'all got going on right now? Like Tampa Bay producers, like how are y'all like linking up, or like do y'all still? I don't think that Battle Club was going on anymore. Like what do y'all got in place right now?
Um, some of us are like super busy, and then the others, well, I be trying to network with different people and like still meet up and stuff, but I
There's
haven't
not
really
really
seen
that
too many people
structure
like,
like that.
huh?
There's not really
Yeah,
that structure like that right now, huh?
exactly. Not right
Yeah.
now. COVID,
Damn Rona,
COVID
man.
ruined,
that
COVID ruined that.
that damn Rona, boy, I tell you. Shit, man. This is episode 12 of the Ways of the Bay podcast. I got Smurf on the track right here with me. Producer, holding it down, Tampa Bay area. We've been talking about some hypotheticals. I'm about to throw another one at you right now, man. I want to know, uh, you're creating a song right now.
Yeah.
You can pick one artist that is alive. You can pick one artist that is dead. What is the collaboration that you're gonna work with?
I would make the hardest West Coast trap beat album and probably put Kendrick Lamar at the first part and then put Tupac at the end.
Mm. Mm.
Because that would catch people off guard. They'd be like, oh, Pac is on here.
So, all right. So you say that like you're a Kendrick fan.
I love Kendrick. Too bad he ain't
Bruh,
dropped no album.
I'm mad at Kendrick. He needs to drop some new music. You're bringing me back to like the vibe I had the first time when I heard Tupac on that interview at the end of what is it, The Pimp a Butterfly? I think is that the album,
Yes.
or is it Damn? It's one or the other. Yo, I really got like goosebumps when I heard that shit, man. Like the entire skit, like the way he introduced it and everything was just like chilling, like
The man is
completely chilling.
Kendrick Lamar is really good at what he does.
Mm-hmm.
Him and J. Cole, like
Mm-hmm.
they both like they in a different league of their own, basically.
I say this all the time as well, man. Like if we could put, let's say, Jay-Z, Cole, Nas, Kendrick, Drake, whoever the heavy hitters are, if you put them all up there and they all drop an album on the same day, Kanye, they all drop an album on the same day, the one I'm going to listen to first is Kendrick.
Yep.
Every time, because Kendrick always has some type of project, some type of visuals behind it, some type of meaning, some type of storyboard, something.
His is when you listen to it, you actually like you visualize in the actual like film while you listening to his album.
Mm-hmm.
Like he paints a picture with like his words. He really does.
Yeah, and it's not by chance. Like he actually, that's that dude's pen is a beast with it, man. That dude's pen is a beast. You watch the versus challenges and all that?
I've watched a bunch of them.
What's your favorite one that you've seen so far?
Ooh, I really liked the Young Jeezy and Gucci Man one. But my favorite one was had to be Jada Kiss and Fabulous.
Mm. Fab got
I
work, man.
was like,
Fabulous got work. Jadakiss pulled his spades out early. And,
he did.
And Fab ran out of cards is what happened. Like it was bad.
He did, and I was like, damn. Well, just like when the Locks versus Dipset.
Mm-hmm.
Jadakiss could have won that whole thing by herself.
That wasn't as bad because I expected that, man. Like Dipset to me, I can't stand Cam. Like as a rapper, Cam is whack as fuck to me. As an actor, I'm still mad at this nigga overpaid in full. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I can't fuck with Cam, man. But Dipset has always been about beat selection. Like their beats have been on point, but they didn't even play all the shit that they were supposed to play either. But even if they did, nah, you going up against fucking history right now, man. Like this is a iconic group of hip hop, the Locks. You know what I'm saying? Like, not a damn chance. Not a damn chance. Slaughterhouse tried to do it. They couldn't.
Yeah, but
the egos got in the way.
no, yeah, exactly. And that's the problem with like when you got like these super groups and stuff. It's the egos. Like you can't let it get to you.
And it's always like that, man. And that's one thing, like, I'll shout out DJ Spaceship because usually when you're in a team or a group, somebody's not pulling their weight. Somebody has an ego. They start butting heads at some point. There's always some type of conflict. Mm-hmm. And when you don't have those issues, it makes a complete difference, dog. Like, for real, man. And I'm an Aries, like, I'm a fiery Aries on top of that. I will go at you if I need to, and I've done it in the past. You know what I'm saying? So it's good to not have to go at people.
Look at Killer Mike and LP. You would never think of a dynamic duo like that.
Right.
And they mold perfectly together.
Right. And we on what, Run the Jewels 4 right now?
Yeah, Run the Jewels 4.
Yeah, man. That's a great example right there. You know what? Let's stick with Killer Mike right now, because you think about the way that he has kind of transformed himself. As an artist, when he first came out, he was solo, just doing his thing, and now he's like,
Hmm.
getting invited to the White House and shit like that. He's speaking about some real shit and doing
Yeah,
all this other shit, man. Like, explain the evolution of Smurf to me.
the evolution of Smurf is basically if you go on like my SoundCloud and you listen to my first beat till now, you'll see like a whole big transition in like the way my sound was to what it is now. I've worked really hard at crafting my sound to me and making sure like when you get a beat from me, you getting something where you don't have to worry about the mixing and anything like that. Because I swear, when I be in the studio and I got to go download a beat off YouTube, and the
Mm-mm.
damn snare's too high, or the 808s is out of key, and I'm just like, man, and y'all want to rap on this?
How often does that happen?
A lot,
I know
a
you're on the
lot.
engineer side of shit, man. That happens a lot still.
Yeah, because certain
Artists, man,
beats,
y'all need
yeah,
to invest in yourself and invest in your sound. And like I said, there's so many dope producers in Tampa
a
Bay. If
lot.
you're a Tampa Bay artist, you need to reach out to some of these producers, man. Go shake some hands, rub some shoulders, something. You know what I'm saying? Because there's no reason to be getting beats off YouTube in 2022 when you got all this dopeness around you that you can actually make money off of. One thing I can't stand about stuff like that, like, and this has actually happened to me in my past, like my cousin got a beat off a sound click and he claimed it was his. He bullshitted, claimed it was his, sold the beat, all this other shit, man. He was hustling on the side. I found this out after the fact, but I did a song and I loved the damn song. And I heard somebody else with a song over my motherfucking beat on top of that. I'm like, oh, what the fuck? Like, nah. Everything needs to be exclusive, man. Like, straight up, yo. Make money. Make money.
Yeah,
Don't make mixtape with I don't need to hear the remix of the latest shit. Go make some money on some new shit, man. On some original shit.
yeah, and it's always good to just work with the producer and invest in buying your beats from them because it'll save you a lot of time and effort instead of like you rip this song off YouTube. Now your song blowing up. Now this producer's like, oh, I won't have.
Mm,
Now you got to deal with it.
that part.
And then they can sue you for everything too, and probably take it.
They have every reason to.
Yep, copyright infringement.
Yeah, they have every reason to, man. YouTube will red flag that shit as soon as you post it. They'll be like, oh, this sound like they shit. Hold up.
Yep, and
Done.
YouTube will do that too. They be like, nope, this sounds just like this. You be like, damn, yeah.
Trust me. I've seen that shit happen, man. Oh my goodness. All right, so I'm having a conversation with Smurf right now. Let me ask you, are you a sports head at all, man?
Jayhawks.
Oh my gosh.
You know I love sports, man.
Man, I used to growing up. I wanted to play for the Jayhawks until I got to about eighth grade, I'd say, and then my mom went to my mom graduated from K State. My auntie graduated from KU. I went to Mizzou.
Yeah,
Over all this shit. But growing up to about eighth grade, I wanted nothing more than to play for the Jayhawks. And I went to K State basketball camp. Something about being the underdog was just appealed to me. You know what I'm saying? Because at this time, KU had just won the championship '88, way back when. You know what I'm
they
saying?
won so many.
Man, I can run down some Jayhawks for you. Like, for real. I remember listening on the radio to the Jayhawks with my grandparents and stuff, man. But, yeah, man, it's something about the underdog. But seeing them in the championship game right now, like, even though I went to Mizzou and KU are like arch rivals,
Hmm.
which is just on some coincidental. So my people I went to college would expect me to hate Kansas, and I really can't hate Kansas like that because that's still the home state, Like,
And they
at the
going
end of
against
the
North
day,
Carolina.
I gotta rock with them. You know what I'm saying? And they're going against North Carolina. You know, and the connections between North Carolina and Kansas. You know what I'm saying? There would be no UNC basketball if it wasn't for KU.
Exactly.
Straight up. So it's just crazy to see the parallels. Roy Williams left all these years ago, 18 or 19 years ago now, I think is when he left. Bill Self came in. He went to North Carolina. Bill Self came in. Roy Williams just retired. Just retired. This is
Yeah.
Hubert Davis' first year right here. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh my gosh. Yeah. I'm huge on basketball too, man. Let's talk about the NBA, man. I want to know. I want to know your all-time starting five for the NBA.
My all-time starting five:
Yeah.
Allen Iverson at point guard.
Okay.
I would definitely at power. Ooh, I don't know who I would put at power forward, but I know I would definitely have to have Dirk on the team. Dirk Nowitzki.
Hmm.
Tim Duncan.
Okay.
Oh, Penny Hardaway at power forward. No, the small forward. Have him at small forward. Yeah.
Okay. So you got AI, Penny, Dirk, and Tim Duncan.
Mm-hmm.
Who's that fifth person?
But it's probably definitely have for my center, Hakeem Olajuwon.
All right, so you just gave me a starting five with no LeBron, no
Nope.
KD, no
Nope.
Larry Bird,
Nope.
no Magic, no Kobe, no Michael Jordan.
Well, you know, because that's what everybody would always pick: Kobe, Michael Jordan.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
I give you oddball list, but it's one of the
Wow.
boring ones where you know they'll win.
Wow. I'm completely shocked right now. I'm waiting. I was expecting you at least had to say MJ. I'm like, this nigga ain't even say MJ.
Man, I would have said Kobe before MJ. Even though I love
What?
MJ, but I would have said Kobe.
So who's the GOAT? Who's the
Black
GOAT at
Mamba.
NBA? Is Kobe the GOAT?
No, actually, Michael Jordan's the GOAT. Like,
Okay.
can't take that from Jordan. Like,
Okay.
there would never be a player like Jordan was. But there would never be a player like Kobe was either. So, but definitely Jordan. Yeah.
I wish I could show you my wall right now. I'm looking at a picture of Nipsey and Kobe laughing and smiling right now, man. Just on some shit.
Man.
Like
Those are two legends.
already, man. Two kings. I had to make sure I was surrounded in this room, you know what I'm saying? Keep the vibes right, yo. But hey, Waves of the Bay podcast, episode 12. Smurf on the track, producer is in the building with us, chopping it up with us, sharing some stories with us. Talking about sports right now, man. I want to know. Let me hit you with this one, man. I don't think I've ever asked anybody this one, man. Who is your celebrity crush?
What?
Yeah.
Halle Berry.
Bill?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
See how she's still looking?
Yeah. I feel
What's
like
she wear, about
Halle.
50?
I feel like Halle and Beyonce are like out there. You know what I'm saying? Like.
They definitely is, yeah.
You answer that quickly. You answer that easier than trying to find out what artist would represent your label, man. That's
Man, because I always loved Halle Berry.
Halle with the long hair or the short hair?
Long hair.
Okay. I'm a short hair Halle person myself, man. But that boomerang, boy.
Yes.
That's one of the movies right there. But Robin Givens was like the one for me way back when. Like, even now, man, wifey already knows this shit. I talk freely about this one. Robin Givens, still to this day, I'd be like, damn, Robin Givens fine. Always problems, though. You see her in the show, there's always issues. Stay away from Robin Givens.
Yeah.
It's her character.
You know,
just like your boy Michael
goes
Ealy.
first.
You see Michael Ealy in the show, stay away from that nigga. He's going to get your girl. Like,
Definitely.
for real, though, man. Let me see what else I got on the list here. I got so many questions I wanted to ask you. Let's talk about the image of producers. So like in the game right now, I feel like y'all are kind of overshadowed, but you are starting to get some type of acknowledgement. You know, people, they're dropping their tags on the beats, making sure that you're known, being in videos, whatever the case may be. But in the music industry, how do you feel like producers are depicted?
Producers, I mean, a lot of labels look at producers like just the guy who makes the beat. That's it. So they usually don't think about them as like the main focus of the song. But most of the time, the damn beat carries the song half of the time. So it's like you got to show some respect to the producers for like making a hard beat like that.
A lot of times the beat carries a song, and especially right now with the kids' music, I call it, like
Woo, Lord.
the new shit I'm hearing, be like, what the fuck is you talking about? But that beat snapping though, like
You ever hear the Kodak Black song? You like,
oh, that super grilling shit, man. I mean, what the this shit? All right though, but
yeah.
yeah, man. Who's some of the producers that inspired your sound?
Justice League, Boy Wonder, Harry Fraud, Scoop DeVille, Ninth Wonder, like a lot of them.
Let's focus on Justice League, man, and Rook in particular. Knowing from where he's from and knowing who he is, like how did that help you see the path of a producer?
He wouldn't even take me serious until I started taking the music serious. He was like, "You got to show me you want it in order for me to actually like listen to it." And then when I started taking it serious, he helped critique a lot of the beats and stuff. He'll tell me like if this is good, I need to work on this or that, and it helped a lot though. Definitely did.
What
Big shout out
advice
to
would
Brooke.
Yeah, shout out to Rook, man, for real. That dude's legendary. Inspiring is what he is, man. I love to see people from, around us come up, you know what I'm saying? 'Cause it
Yes.
shows you can be done. 'Cause a lot of people don't understand, and that's one of the things that I understood, like, once I moved from Kansas to Kansas City. You know what I'm saying? I've seen a lot more stuff. I've seen things that are able to be done, and it's like, yo, there's
Hmm.
a whole nother world out here besides this little small-ass town I'm from. And you don't know it until you actually get out there into it. So that's one of the things,
Exactly.
man. Appreciate you, Rook, on that, man. Like all the way, man. Um, shit, man. I
You
want to
don't know how
know
deep the water is until you get in it.
you all the way facts with that. I want to know what advice would you give to yourself, let's say 2017 self.
Keep pushing. Don't stop. And the hell with everybody else say. Just keep doing you. That's what
Like
I
it.
would have said to myself.
Would your 2017 self listen? That's the real
No.
question right there. See.
No. Probably like, no, I got this. I got this.
Yeah, it be like that sometimes, man. I know I'm hard headed too, man. If I got an idea in my head, I'm running with. I'm resilient with it. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm what was the damn meme? I'm undeniable. For real, man. But nah, yo, episode 12, Waves of the Beta podcast. We got Smurf on the track right here, super producer. Tell the people where they can find your music at.
Usually I have a lot of my stuff because I'm always posting stuff on SoundCloud for people to check out. So you can find me on SoundCloud at Smurf on the track. And then sometimes I post a lot of snippets on my Instagram, which is underscore THA underscore producer. I'm always posting stuff on both of those.
I use your beats a lot when we're talking on our radio show, like as a backdrop. So I appreciate you doing that, man. We usually be streaming them on SoundCloud, just running through it and talking, just talking our talk like we do
I
it. So
appreciate it.
yeah, definitely appreciate you on that, man. I want to know, if you were gonna follow, oh, this is a good one. If you were gonna follow your dreams, where would that lead you to?
To where I'm at right now,
Okay.
because I followed my dreams and basically made a lot of stuff reality.
Tell me some of the hard part of where you're at right now and the stuff that you put into play that people are not seeing.
The work that goes into like a lot of these songs and like all like the just to reaching out just to get like certain placements and stuff because it's hard to get placements nowadays unless you know somebody knows somebody.
I believe it. There's a lot of competition out there, I'm sure.
You ain't lying. But if you know like a start like reaching out and just building relationships with people,
Hmm.
they could be like, "Oh man, we heard that one beat from you, man. Do you have something like this or that?" And you send it over to them, and bam, you can have a placement right then and there.
I'm gonna hit you with this question from Spaceship, man. He wants to know if there's a beat that you wish that you had made.
Ooh, Outcast, Jazzy Bill.
Oh no, you didn't. That's probably my favorite Outkast song right there, man.
Oh, that's so hard.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. All right, so let's think about this then. I'm gonna take you back with this shit. And actually, let me see here. It's 1996, and
Mhm.
we up here. Let's say about to go to the football game in high school or whatever the fuck. You know what I'm saying? We kicking it. It's a Friday night up kicking it, man. AT Aliens just dropped. What's the first song that you're gonna play on that project?
Wheels of Steel, then Jazzy Bill, then Elevators. Damn, and then you just keep going with the rest of the album because the whole album is raw.
That's
The whole
classic.
album.
That's a classic, man.
But you got to start off with that Wheels of Steel because it's just like,
It gets you there.
yes.
Is that Outkast's best album?
For me, I like this Southern Playlist
Playlistic.
Cadillac Music.
Hmm.
I liked that one the most because that was when they first started.
Okay.
But besides that, I think Women Eye, a really good one.
Yeah. I think for me, I think Aquemini is probably their best.
Yeah,
I would say Aquemini is probably their best. Yeah. And I'd probably put AT Aliens right after that.
definitely. I would definitely put that. And then after that, probably Stankonia.
Yeah. Idlewild is a slap on one. The double album they did is a slap on one.
Yeah.
Um, where do you have Three Stacks at as far as like lyricists, like all time?
Three Stacks.
Hmm.
Woo! Number one. Because I don't
Yeah.
think that's
Of all
nobody
time.
all time because there's nobody can rhyme like Three Stacks, man.
Hmm.
And he just, you hear the way he just make a word sound totally different, but you be like, you start debating on that word, be like, damn, did he really say it like this or did he said it like that? Three Stacks will make you think.
Yeah, he brought the swag to the game for sure, man. That just reminds me of my grandma and the words that she used to use. I tried to use them in school and found out they
Yeah.
wasn't even really words. I was so embarrassed. Like they was like, "What? I was like, what to mean? What you mean? What? Like my grandma uses this word." Like nigga, that ain't no fucking word. Like oh shit.
Three Stacks will do that to you. You be like, and the whole time I'm thinking it's a real word.
I love Outkast, man. I've been down for Outkast since '94. My cousin actually put me on the Outkast right after the Southern Playlist came out. Like I remember sitting in the room hitting play on that shit for the first time ever, man. Like, and to
Man,
think of it, it's like 2022, and we still talking about Outkast. They still relevant.
yes. Legends of the game.
And even to bring it full circle to you, like when I first moved down here to Florida, day one, we went to go see Idlewild in the at the movie theater over there off of Park in 19 or whatever.
Oh yeah, Parkside.
Yeah, there used to be a movie. I don't even know if it's still over there or not, but yeah.
Yeah, it's called Regal Park Place now, but
Okay.
I know it. Yeah, Park. It
Yeah,
used to
me
be
and my mom went to go
Parkside
see
now.
Idlewild that very first night. Just on some coincidental type of shit. Since we talking about Outkast and shit, man. But yeah, crazy shit, man. Crazy shit. This is Smurf on the track, man. Episode 12 of the Ways of the Bay podcast, yo. We just chopping it up, man. Like for real, we having a good time. I haven't seen you in a minute, man. Like for real, it feels
It's
like
been a minute.
forever. It's crazy. Like the Rona came through and just shut everything down. I'm to the point now, like everybody's like, "Yo, you want to do shows?" Like I really don't even want to leave the house half the time, man. Like I'm comfortable at home. I love my family. I'm good. Like I don't even need to leave the house to be doing shit. So I gotta get out
Now,
of that though.
I get out every once in a while and stuff, but it's like other than that, I'm always like at the studio working. That's it.
Yeah, I bet you see some crazy shit at the studio, man.
Oh my god!
What's like, give me like 3 studio etiquette tips for artists that's going to be coming in and recording.
Come prepared. Have your beats and everything like ready and selected, and wait till at least you get one song done before you get drunk. Because once they mess up on that first word, it's hard for them to catch it.
Oh man.
Some of them they can do really good, but then there's some that's like once they mess up on that one word, it's like it's downhill from there.
But that comes with be prepared, like come prepared. I never understood the artist that comes to the studio to write a song. You know what I'm saying? Me as an artist, like
Spend a
I can
whole
never do
4 hours
that.
writing a song.
Yeah, like I'm gonna sit here right in front of you. Like for one, I got pressure to make sure I write something. Like what if I write some bullshit for one? You know what I'm saying? For two,
And then,
I don't, I
then
don't
there's some
know.
engineers that's gonna call you out on it. Be like, man, you really just came here just to write that.
It's like, come on though. Like you need to have already like behind me. Oh, I got the filter on and shit, man. But behind me, I got the mic and everything. You know what I'm saying? Like I will record the song, practice it, get it down, make sure the delivery is right, see if I need to change anything. This is all before I get to the real studio to knock this shit out. You know what I'm saying?
And,
Like,
and
and
that's
that's the type
what you
of
want to see.
preparation you're supposed to come with. Like,
Yeah, and that's what you want to see because it just makes it easier. Then the engineer could get into like doing a little mixing and stuff on your songs, and then y'all could
hmm
probably knock out another one.
I'll throw another one out there, man. Don't ever book 1 hour of studio time because you're not going to get shit done in 1 hour. You got to at least come with
Well,
2 hours.
I do have an artist named Lil Cut, and Lil Cut will come in, and in the hour he will knock out 2 songs and have it mixed.
That's crazy.
The kid's like he's a beast.
That's crazy. But he must come in prepared then if that's the case. Cause,
Oh, he does.
yeah,
I think he practiced all week before he comes in, and he just like kills it in an hour.
I
I'm
believe
like,
that.
Jesus.
Because, I mean, exactly what I'm saying, man. People be bullshitting. Just like what you're talking about. They'll come in there, have a seat, drink their drink. Oh, let me step outside right quick. Do all this other shit besides record. We already 15, 20 minutes into this shit by the time you're in the box. Like,
And
and
he
then you
like,
start fucking up. Like, nah. Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
yeah,
I'm a fan of making sure I'm ready to roll. As soon as you see me, you know what time it was.
because some of them they take that time their time serious. Because I seen some artists that come in, they be like, "Hey, bro, mic ready? Put this beat on, let's go," and then they just straight killing it. And I'm like, all right,
Pass out.
you prepared.
That's what you like to hear right there, man. Like for real. I feel like there's a lack of guidance in the Tampa Bay music community, like for artists. Like I know we don't have like many labels and all this shit, like A&R development, shit like that. But I feel like
Yeah.
there's a lack of a blueprint for how artists need to get where they're trying to get to. So can you speak on what your thoughts are on that?
For them to get to where they need to get is when you make a song, don't just make that song, throw it on the internet, and then just jump to the next song. Like, build that song to where once you start marketing and everything, where everybody they can be like, keep it in their ear. Because when you keep in that song in people's ear, then it's gonna get glued to them. They're gonna be like, oh damn, remember that such and such song I heard the other day, and just keep them going on that. And then once you get that going, then jump on to the next song, and just keep feeding them so they won't forget who you are.
That's a huge one. And honestly, man, that's one thing that being on the radio side of things, it kind of pisses me off. Because I see a lot of dope artists drop singles, but they have no plan for what they're doing with that song. And then by the time you've heard the song, man, please, and that's a whole nother problem with that shit too. And don't send me a clean edit that says clean and it's not really clean. Make sure the shit's really clean, and yeah, that shit bugs the fuck out of me, man. Like if you're an artist, because people think radio is dead is the problem, but really, I mean, I'm 122 Saturdays into radio right now. You know what I'm saying? So like we're trying to put on for the artists out here, and we have to clean up some of y'all's songs. You know what I'm saying?
Radio's not dead because, like, let's say you got one song you playing, and then everybody loving it and tell you to keep playing it. And then let's say if Buckwheat was listening in, and all of a sudden he's like, I like that song, and now all of a sudden it's played on 94.1. Like, there's ways of catching traction on radio.
Easily. And people forget that, like, this isn't the old school radio. You know what I'm saying? No. Like, I don't have to be in the car to hear this shit. There's an application you could download, which means that my brother over there in Saudi Arabia can listen to us, whatever time he decides to wake up.
Exactly.
Or whatever time it is over there. Like, he's going to hear some hip-hop and some R&B. It's worldwide, but it's international. That's why I hate calling artists local artists because of that reason, too, man. Like, the internet changed the entire game for music.
Uh-huh.
Like
local artists is for people who want to stay local.
Right.
If you want to be an artist, you're getting yourself out there, you're an artist. You're not a local artist.
Right.
Because a local artist is just somebody that everybody only know around here. Like this dude Marv. Marv said that if you can't build yourself without outside of a 5-mile radius, then you might as well just stay doing your music in that 5-mile radius. Which is sad but true.
People don't use the resources they have, man. Like, I've seen a lot of artists that have never performed before, but claim that they're the hottest artist in the city. You know what I'm saying? Like a bunch of studio artists. Like, there's you talked about J. Rock Jones earlier, man. That's a dude that I look at in high regards when it comes to artistry. He's an entertainer is what he is. Yeah. Because he'll get on stage and he'll host a show. He'll give you a hell of a performance. He's an entertainer all the way through, man, but he also practices that shit. Look at Tom G.
Tom G's he's a performer. Like
BET Awards.
Exactly.
Right. Look at Tom G, man. Like, you just can't, it just comes with hip hop, man. Like, you have to perform this shit for the people, man. Like, these are your words. You should want to deliver your words to the people. And I just can't understand. I love being on stage. That was like that's the reason why I became a host. Like, honestly, it's like, yo, I can do this and not have to worry about all this extra shit. Like, yeah, man. Like, being on stage is just a different way to connect to your peoples, man. Like, it's necessary.
Even us producers doing beat battles, it opened up a lot of doors to people who didn't
watching y'all's personality just come out, man. Like, we hear the beat, but we actually get to see the personality behind it and see y'all having a good time and see y'all enjoying your work.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that adds a whole nother element to it. Mm-hmm.
So it's once you get on that stage, it brings a lot in you. Like, okay, I like this. I want to make something that's gonna get the crowd hype. And then you just learn how to just keep doing
it. That's crazy, man. I can't believe it's been so long since we had a beat battle now, man. It's been about 2 years since I've seen you, I feel like, man. Like, on some even crazier shit. The last battle
I did was that online one. You seen that one, right? The one against
I heard about it. Yeah, I heard about it. Shout out Jay Skeet though, man. For I got some heat from Jay Skeet to play on Waves of the Bay here soon too, man. Like they've
Yeah.
been cooking up. Him and Hype have been working together and cooking up some work too, man. Like
Oh, that's gonna be good, man. If you got him and Haifa together.
yeah, I've seen them do probably maybe 4 songs at least together. So it goes along with that artist and producer combo, like that
Hmm.
synergy that y'all that chemistry, you know what I'm saying? Like to create something that's great, you know, like I love seeing it, yo. I love seeing
Yeah.
that shit. For real. So I wanna know for you, like what's the next steps for you?
Next step for me is do music full time, where it's just like I'm just living off the music instead of like trying to hope to live off of it, and just staying consistent, really, because consistency is the key to like
Hmm.
actually building a better self.
Out of sight, out of mind, man. It's all about behaviors. You know,
Exactly.
like from coaching and shit, it's all about behaviors. I can tell you what you need to do, but I need to see you do it, and I need to see you do it consistently. And that's how you
Exactly.
build behaviors, and that's how you get better and be better and improve in anything. You know, so yeah, for sure, man. At least you have some type of insight as far as what you need to look at, though. Like a lot of people
Hmm.
can't look at themselves and see that they need to improve on certain aspects of life. So, you know, that's a huge thing. That's a huge win right there.
Yeah. And then like as I started like getting better and better doing like a lot of the beats and stuff, and like I would send them like bricks and stuff like that, or Roke, and I'd be like, hey man, check this out. What do you think? And when they be like, oh, you need to work on this and that, I would go back to the drawing board and I'd be like, I would really construct it, try to make it better and
Hmm.
even better than what they thought,
You would work
because
on
you
this and
gotta
that.
outshine yourself.
For real. They tell you to
Yeah,
work on this and that, you work on this and that, man. Like
exactly.
that's what you do.
Because I remember like first starting off in the beat battles, and then when Mad Smooth, he was like, "Bro, your mix is garbage," and I didn't take it to heart, be like get all mad and stuff. I was like, all right. So I started like really learning to train my ears and get better at mixing. And once he heard the last beat battle that he was a judge in, he's like, "Damn, your mixes is like ridiculous." And I was like,
That
"See,
validation, boy. For real.
exactly."
Mm. Well, man, this episode 12 of Waves of the Bay, the podcast. I got Smurf on the track right here, super producer, holding it down Tampa Bay. Thank you for taking time out to talk with us tonight, man. I want you to drop your
No,
social
thank you.
media information one more time so people can follow along and, you know, just see the movement.
You can catch me on. I don't really be on Facebook too much, but you can catch me mostly on Instagram at Smurf underscore THA underscore producer, or on Twitter at SWin45, and my SoundCloud. Always check that out, Smurf on the track, because I'll be always posting new stuff up there.
Mm-hmm.
Which reminds me, I got some like Cardi B type beats I need to post up there too.
Oh,
So
snap. Okay. What's the best way for an artist to link with you?
message me on Instagram, or yeah, usually they message me through Instagram or Facebook.
Okay. For y'all artists out there, I said this earlier, I said it in the middle, I said it right now. If you are looking for production, there is no need to go on YouTube to find any of this shit. There's no need to go outside of the city to find any of this shit. We got some of the dopest producers in the game right here in
Facts.
Tampa Bay. And there's not just one, there's not just two, there's like 20. So for real, whatever sound you're looking for, if you need Afro beats, we got Afro beats. If you need R&B, we got
You got
R&B.
it, exactly,
If you need EDM, we can holler at Mad Smooth and do some EDM. You
exactly.
know what I'm saying?
If
Like
you need
whatever you
house music,
need. House music. There's plenty of. I'm telling you, whatever your
boom
flavor
bap. You
is, you can
got bricks.
find
You
it
got there's so many
easily.
producers out here that you can get like even like raw tracks, getting like soulful trap beats. There's so many producers out here you can get beats from.
All over the place. So utilize your resources. Build is what I like to call it. It's called building where I'm from. You know what I'm saying? We
Facts.
break bread. You know where I'm from, man. You've been up there to
Facts.
Kansas. You know how we get down, man.
Kinfolk.
It's one thing, man. You reach back out and you grab somebody and you bring them with your ass. You know what I'm saying? That's why when you see one Kansas, you see two Kansas usually. You know, we out
Exactly.
there.
That's
So
true though. That's definitely true.
super facts, Doug. But nah, man, once again, thank you for taking time out to talk with me. Thank you for being part of
Appreciate
Waves of
you.
the Bay, the podcast. Thank you for supporting the movement, man. We actually had you on the FM
Always.
radio. You know, we've had you be part of our events in the past. You've been on the original podcast. You know, you've been down with us for the entire time. And we definitely appreciate that, man, for real.
I appreciate y'all.
Definitely, definitely. So the rest of the world, this is Smurf, the producer right here. Smurf on the track. Make sure you follow him. Listen to some of the beats. He got nothing but flame. You'll hear us talking over it on our radio show, which is live every Saturday night from 10 until 12. www.wmnf.org. Waves of the Bay is what it's called. But yeah, catch us, check us out, man. This is what we're here for. We're here to talk to some of the up and comers out of Tampa Bay, some of the movers and shakers. And this is the exact reason why we're here right now. That way we can have our conversation without the limitations of FM radio and airways and stuff like that. So
Facts.
yeah, man. If y'all miss an episode, make sure y'all hit the webpage, tone-capone.com. I spell my name with a K. If you spell it with a C, you will not see me. So please make sure you spell my
definitely
name
won't.
correctly. And y'all can see the Waves of the Bay logo. You see DJ Spaceship. You see everything right there, man. But just catch
Big
the
shout out to
episode.
Spaceship, man.
Big shout out to Spaceship, man, the homie right there. But for real, any podcast platform y'all use, look for Waves of the Bay, the podcast. You'll find us, and you'll find Smurf. So we'll catch y'all next time, God willing. Episode 12 is a wrap of Waves of the Bay. Smurf, pleasure to see you, bruh.
You
Stay
too, bro.
successful, stay busy, stay working, and we'll link when we link, man.
Definitely.
All right, boy. Peace.
This Kino Sabi forever. Stand for something. We appreciate the blessing, bro. Let's go.
Ain't trying to bite it, we create it, then we ride it. We know our wave is seismic and you really can't deny it. We just keep on soaring higher. You would swear it's autopilot, then you realize tone and shift and made a living off of fly. We are the wave and it's bigger than the moment. It's a movement that's progressing like the truck stick on opponents. It's time to stake our claim. It's time to bring the pain. We're battle tested, now it's time to show it ain't a game. It's time to make a lane, a different vibe, another wave. We're known for killing, shoot, even help them pick their graves. We're breaking free and chains and running towards the day. Like the victories in plain sight, we're taking flight to reach heights. These boys is tired of waiting, tired of playing, time to go. This vibe's been percolating, gaining steam to explode. Built in anticipation, maybe time to reload. We paid our dues, now we're coming back to repo. We kicking doors, we ain't got no time for peepholes. We keep evolving for our family and our people.